Everyone is mourning the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who, even though I disagree with a lot of her judicial decisions, was someone who I think a lot of people on the right, myself included, respected as an American. And who was her best friend? It was Antonin Scalia. She was a class act. What would she think if she was? What do you think her reaction would be that people are now in her name saying we're going to pack the court in your honor, though she was against court packing? It seems so manipulative and blatantly political, and yet that's exactly what happened within 24 hours of her death. You have Jerry Nadler coming out there and saying we're going to pack the court in her honor, though she opposed it. This is just crazy stuff that the media won't talk about.
It's even more perverse than that, because what they immediately started to say wasn't just packing the courts, but you can find AOC and Chuck Schumer and Kamala Harris all saying some version of it was her dying wish.
Yes.
It was her dying wish that Trump not replace her.
Right.
The implication being that we shouldn't be governed by the laws and the Constitution, but we should be governed by dying wishes. Now let's try to do the other version of this. Let's say a conservative judge passed away, and their fervent dying wish was that they didn't get replaced by the Democratic president. Do you think the Democratic lawmakers would be calling for respecting the dying wish? I mean, it's just, it's silly, overly emotional nonsense. But to the heart of what you're asking, the left has made a decision. None of the norms matter anymore. The second they get into power, they will gladly destroy the Electoral College. They will gladly destroy the amount of justices on the Supreme Court. There will be nothing that exists now. They are telling you, I mean, this was the point of the 1619 Project. America wasn't founded on a place that was going to give more people more freedom than any other place on earth, which is exactly what it did. It was founded because of slavery, as if that was the primary driver, which, by the way, now the 1619 Project people are slowly removing. They're deleting a lot of their tweets, and they're removing a lot of the stuff that they themselves put out there, because it's ahistorical nonsense, but it's been swallowed fully by the New York Times, obviously, and CNN and most of academia and everything else. So we got a major fight ahead of us. But I'll tell you this, you can find videos of mine in 2013 when I was a lefty and a Democrat, and I was on the Young Turks, a far left YouTube channel. And when Harry Reid did that nuclear option, when he said, okay, you don't have to have that supermajority anymore, you just have to have the 51, to confirm a justice. There are videos of me as a lefty saying this is a bad move, guys, because if you change this now, it's exactly what Mitch McConnell said. It'll be used against you, and it'll be used against you more quickly than you can imagine. And so this is the fault of the Democrats. This is the fault. They were the ones that made this policy a policy. It's Harry Reid's fault, and they all clapped the entire way. And congratulations, because Trump is obviously nominating someone. We hear it's happening this weekend. And you know what? He's going to get the 50, the 51, whether Romney's involved or not, because he's got Pence as the tiebreaker.
Sure. And I think Romney's in as of now. And by the way, Dave, this is why, how in the UK the first toast is always to the Queen, and the Marlow house is always to Harry Reid. He always gets the first toast. We always thank him. Dave Rubin, the Rubin Report. Don't burn this book.